It's another beautiful day right here on Fuze Unbothered, brought to you by Upfront and Personal.
That's
My name
right.
is Madichi, and this is where, we keep you up to date with every and anything globally. Hi, Gabby.
Hi guys. Hi Madichi.
Hi, guys. How you doing?
Yeah.
I want to see how you guys doing. I forgot AB's not seated.
Abby's not here today, you guys. But Abby will join us the next time. It's so good to be here. Welcome.
Welcome.
We have a lot to talk about.
That's
today.
right.
So much. And so
now I'm starting off with the Cubana story, guys. I don't know if you guys heard. Of course, you guys would have heard about the incident that occurred with popular Grammy Award artist Burna Boy. Like Abby said, we have so much to share with you on the show today, but we're going to go on a quick break. When we come back, we'll be filling you on the tea.
I used to care for the world's opinion. I used to fear their rejection. I used to beg for validation. And I used to wait to be seen. But the fire that burned in me was hotter. And the passion that lived in me had a voice of its own. So I stopped waiting and started to act. I stopped fearing and started to live. And when they thought I'd fail, I stepped into my power.
Because my time is now.
Amstel Malta, be your best.
Fuze Unbothered.
Now, still on the Cubana story. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with what occurred at Cubana is actually a Lagos club, a very popular club in Lagos State. Now, popular Nigerian musician, Grammy award winner Burna Boy was involved in an unfortunate incident that actually, thank God, no life was lost. Now, so there was a lady who came to Nigeria with her partner, her husband, and a friend. So they were just chilling, having drinks, and having a good time in Cubana. Then Burna Boy, being Burna Boy, accosted her. Not one-on-one. He actually sent one of his boys to go meet her, to ask her to come forward to have a talk with him and all that. But she refused because she was there with her partner, who she was actually married to, who was her husband. And immediately guns were fired, shots were fired by Burna Boy's aides and all of that, which actually resulted in one of the girl, I think the partner, one of them was injured.
Both of them got injured.
Both of them got injured.
An injury in the head. The bullet brushed his head. Luckily, he didn't get properly hit by that bullet. Then also another man, who was a friend of theirs, got shot in the thighs. Luckily, he didn't lose so much blood before was taken to the hospital and the situation was helped.
So if you followed us on the show, you would remember that we said that Burna Boy was yet to reply, and he's actually come out to reply saying, he wasn't even empathetic about it. All he said was, tomorrow social media might say Burna Boy started Boko Haram, and you all will believe. And in my mind, I'm like, what is that a reply?
How is that a response to an incident you were involved in that almost claimed two precious lives? So for me, this whole thing, I don't even know what to say, but I'll just say this, this is totally wrong. I'm happy that the woman has come out to finally say her version of the entire story. Being the one that, everybody was talking about. She was a lady that, Burna Boy was hitting on and sending people, to talk. And this happened multiple times. This was like 3 times, before the violence started. So for me, I just, I'm, like you said, thankful that, it didn't lead to loss of lives. I feel like the club should have done more, in this situation to aid the investigation. So far, what we know about the story is that the 5 police, officers that were aides to Burna Boy have been arrested, detained. But Burna Boy himself, we still don't know what exactly is happening.
Not the first time it's happening.
Why?
Exactly not the first time.
We know he has been involved in violence in the past, but this is something that almost claimed, 2 lives. So I'm wondering what's really going on, because I like the fact that the woman is coming out to speak, but what's going to happen at the end of the day?
So not to support Burna Boy, of course, I don't support violence and all, but there's another side to the story saying that, is it really possible for Burna to just call her? There were so many young ladies there. Why her? Probably she was actually giving him signals like, I'm seeing a celebrity.
A media personality actually came out and
saying
said
that. Are you sure she wasn't giving him like eye contact?
So what's your take? What's your take on that?
I don't know. I wouldn't know, because it's whatever social media feeds us with is actually what we take. We're not there, so we don't know for sure.
But if she was giving him the seductive eye, what now happened? Do you understand? So what's that supposed
Right,
to do?
because he actually called her, right?
Yeah, so like if she was giving him the seductive eyes and then she declined the first time, declined the second time,
Declined the
third time, I don't think this should lead to violence. There are many other women, like there are fishes in the river, many, and you're a superstar. People still want to come and hang out with you. So I mean, I don't really understand.
Someone actually come out to say that it wasn't Burna Boy that shot the.
It wasn't Burna Boy. It was Burna Boy's guys that did it.
So, but that's not even justifiable. I mean, they work with you.
I feel there should be a more responsible statement from the artist himself saying this is exactly what happened, and maybe some form of apology for the fact that this was almost going to claim lives, and he was involved somehow in all of this. If you get what I mean.
But do you think that celebrities get away with all this? I mean, it's not the first time. We had it in 2017 when Burna Boy and 2K had same issue.
Yeah,
I mean, his boys beat him up.
They settled within themselves, which I really don't understand. But if you looking at this one, it doesn't look like these people are going to want to settle within themselves. I feel like Burna Boy first of all has to show an attitude that shows that he's even willing, remorseful, and willing to just, I don't know, I mean, talk to these people, because if the woman is coming out how many days after, I think this incident happened on June 8th, this is a long time after, she's still recounting the experience, it means that they've not reached out to her, they've not reached out to these people that were victims to talk to them.
I also heard that Burna Boy has been invited by the police, but he's yet to respond. Anyways, we'll of course give you all the teas once that happens.
Okay, I mean, speaking on events that are happening, this one we are going to be saying a big congratulations to cross-dresser Bobrisky. Yes, Idris Okuneye, so I mean, and this is because he recently she.
You say he, okay.
You say she, I say he.
I say she.
Okay, so she recently just acquired a 400 million naira smart home somewhere in Lekki.
She told us that, though. We don't know for sure.
Yes, I mean, it's in the news everywhere, and people are coming out to congratulate her, and they're saying, congratulations, even her, her junior colleague, even a junior colleague, James Brown, that they're not very well in good terms from what we've heard over the time, has also come out and says, my senior colleague, even the Bible says that we should also pray for our enemies.
Which was very sarcastic. I mean, these guys are not in good terms.
I don't understand what's going on, but I think it just goes to show that everyone obviously wants to associate with some form of success. Now, in that story, we had Muslim clerics, come, in a video where it was shown that he came to pray for her. So they were gathered on the floor, and she was sitting in the middle on a chair, and then they were praying for her, on her housewarming, event. So people have come out and they started saying, why should this happen? Why are you allowing this to happen? Are you in support? All kinds of things, are being said about this. But don't forget that Bobrisky came out in an interview not long ago, like a couple of years ago, to talk about how she's no longer a practicing Muslim, she gave her reasons at the time. So for me now, I don't know, what do you think about this? Because I don't know how I feel about this, basically. I know it's not today that we see a lot of people when there's a housewarming event, a form of housewarming event. We have religious leaders come to pray. Dedicate the house.
I would say, Bobrisky is a very controversial human being, so that could have been intentional to pull clouds and all of that. Because I mean, people open houses every day. People go there to pray every day.
But this is a
Muslim or Christians, regardless.
Millionaire smart home,
which actually needs prayers.
Yes.
Do you know what 400 million is? So I don't think there's anything wrong. I mean, she's human. Forget the fact that she's Bobrisky. She's human. She can. I mean, it was someone else who actually brought those people to actually pray. I don't think there would have been an issue, but because it's Bobrisky, I feel like we should just allow her be. I can't even call her he, because I'm used to calling her a woman. People just allow her be. Congratulations, wherever that money came from, we pray God multiplies it. The issue I have with James Brown, why come out? I mean, you're always shading this lady. You're always coming out to shade her and all that, which I feel that was sarcastic.
I feel like James is genuinely happy for Bobrisky.
Right? Really?
You know,
Really?
I feel like he's like, I would like to be like this one day. You know, you get it. So I mean,
Congratulations. Did you see the cake though?
yeah, similar to what we had, Papaya do when she was celebrating,
Yeah.
acquiring, I think 1 million
1 million
followers.
fans, yeah.
Yes. So I mean,
I used to care for the world's opinion. I used to fear their rejection. I used to beg for validation. And I used to wait to be seen. But the fire that burned in me was hotter. And the passion that lived in me had a voice of its own. So I stopped waiting and started to act. I stopped fearing and started to live. And when they thought I'd fail, I stepped into my power.
Because my time is now.
Amstel Malta, be your best.
Fuze Unbothered.
so I mean, if you've actually gone out to eat, you know how the Instagram live happens now.
Yeah.
You just have to show people that, you know what you're doing. You're
Spend
spending
a lot
your
of
money.
money.
Yes, they
You
say
had
it's chop
money.
live. You have to chop this live, and problem not to finish, so you have to enjoy yourself. But one man comes out and says that, the highest amount I can spend on a meal or eating outside, and that's only if I'm traveling or I have no other option. I can't go about, it's 3K. He gave 3,000
naira.
as the amount, yes. And he said that's only if I'm traveling or I have no other option. I can't go about wasting good money on a meal I can prepare myself, eat to my satisfaction and save for another day. That's ridiculous. No shades to eateries or food vendors. Let's not forget the state of the economy right now. We have to put this into consideration when we're talking about this figure that this man is giving. I said 3K is the highest I can spend.
I mean, I respect his opinion, but I don't think any amount is too much for me to enjoy myself, especially when it comes to food. I can spend as much money as I want as long as I enjoy it or I know that it's good food.
Okay.
I don't think a particular amount should 3K. What's 3K? I mean, it's a
high.
restaurant. 3K can barely buy you a drink or even water. So I personally think that, I mean, it's
You're
your opinion,
wondering
but
what kind of restaurant does he go
what do you
to?
think, Abby?
Well, I think for me, the figure that this
I
man,
think even a food he can actually prepare in his. I don't think
it's not all
meals he can
food.
actually
Let
prepare at
me direct this back to Daniel, who actually wrote this.
Okay.
So, dear Daniel, it's actually not all foods that you can prepare by yourself. But let me know, Giorgio. He might be a really good cook.
Please.
He might be a really. Anyways, what I will just say is, I go to restaurants every once in a while, and the scene that I know is just like this guy. I actually have like a highest amount. Most times when I want to go out, I'm like, this is the highest amount I can spend. If you like,
But it depends on the restaurants you are going to now.
Yes, but you always have like a figure in your mind that this is what for me, anytime I go to restaurants, this is what I always do. I always look for things that I can't actually make by myself somehow. So I'm looking for foods that are like very, very tasty, very fancy, that I can bet it that in the next 4 months, 5 months, I probably won't have eaten it.
What if
at
it's not
home.
up to your budget? Always above your budget.
Above my budget.
Yeah.
That's why I said I'll still give myself, okay, so this is the amount I'm going to spend for this. But me, I actually always look for low cost items most times. I'm a frugal person. Apart from the economy, I'm generally the kind of person that is like, let me look for, most affordable options. When I go out, I don't go to like feel myself, or I don't go to like quench the hunger. I go to like fancy eating just to taste it and enjoy it. So it's not about
if he had said like 5K, 10K, that would have been. But 3K, what's 3K?
3K is a small amount.
3K is
but
a
then
small
again,
amount. I mean, comparing
look at
to
the economy.
Please.
And the
it's not that bad.
Price of fuel is
Things
still
are not
going
that
up.
bad, please.
So you're on the chop live, I mean,
Please, chop live.
For me,
Life
I would
is too
say
short.
this chop live, but save your money. That's what Daniel would say. We're on the same side, Daniel.
All right, guys, that's what you can take today on Fuze Unbothered. Don't forget to join the conversation on YouTube at DFuse
And on Instagram at
Fuze_local.
That's right.
Follow me on social media at _Medici.
And link up with me on Instagram at gabby.gabby.
All right, until next time, stay fused.
Upfront and personal, world-class business, world-class consultants.